for doing it. Hrgovic in 7.
Hrgovic in 7.
Is that the way it goes against Moses Itauma?
Yeah, Devo says already.
Devo has spoken.
Devo has spoken. It was a prophecy.
Biggest test of your career. IBF belt is on the line now. You know, has that changed the perspective going into it then?
Not really. Like, the belts just come with the performance. With boxing Hrgovic, I was taking him serious, and now that the belt's on the line, I still take him serious. Nothing's changed. Like, I still want to beat him as much as I did before the belts were on the line. So like, of course, it'll be an honor, and I'd love to be a world champion, but it's about Filip Hrgovic himself, you know.
I will destroy the kid, man. I'll throw him out of the ring. I'm fucking animal, man. So I'll throw him out of the ring. I'll throw him back to high school.
I think Itauma stops him, yeah.
I always thought Hrgovic was a world-class operator in the heavyweight division. If he does end up fighting Itauma next, hopefully he can give Itauma some rounds and he can take some of those shots. The easy answer for Benya if Itauma fought Hrgovic is that Itauma just absolutely flies through him.
World where Hrgovic lands anything significant on Moses Itauma, because Moses is in and out. He's around. He changed the angle. It's bordering like Bam Rodriguez and what he does to the guys at like 112, 116.
Yeah.
Like, it's bordering that. Like, Moses is so much quicker and he's so much better at exiting the exchanges that he just doesn't get caught. And I don't think he will until he comes up against someone with good hands. Not Hrgovic.
BF belt on the line. Hrgovic getting a proper world title shot now, because when he fought Dubois, that was for the interim belt. It wasn't the real thing. This is a very, very intriguing matchup. And this is different, where you have someone... Everyone said it about Itauma. He's the kid who's going to do all... And Hrgovic is like, he's nothing. If he beats me, I'll shake his hand. But he's nothing. It's very interesting, isn't it? It's very, very interesting. I really like this face-off.
A 21-year-old prodigy is stepping into the ring with a ruthless Olympic medalist on August 29th, and the boxing world is completely torn on whether this is a masterstroke or a massive mistake. Moses Itauma is chasing history. If he wins, he becomes the youngest heavyweight champion since Mike Tyson. The vacant IBF heavyweight title is officially on the line, but to wear that belt, he has to get through Filip Hrgovic.
I have great endurance. I throw a lot of punches. I'm a hard-hitting guy. I have great chin. You know, I have great ring generalship. I see all the punches where they're coming from, and I think he will not be able to connect so much punches on myself like he did against White and Franklin. And I'm fast on feet, you know, and that's gonna give him a lot of troubles as well. And I can put a lot of pressure on him, you know, throw a lot of punches, and I'm gonna get tired. And I'll think I'll be too much for him.
This isn't just a standard step up in competition, it is a terrifying leap. We are either about to witness the birth of a once-in-a-generation superstar, or we are watching a brilliant young prospect walk directly into a devastating trap.
Moses Itauma, cheeky cheeky boom boom. Moses Itauma. Oh yeah.
This is recorded. We can get all of that out.
Big fight, isn't it? Oh yeah.
I've never seen you sing. This is nice. I like this.
Cheeky cheeky boom boom. Hrgovic in 7.
Hrgovic in 7. Is that the way this? Is that the way you see this going?
Hrgovic in 7. You remember that from Doncaster?
I do. Now you say it. Now you say it. that was Devo. Yeah, I forgot about that.
He's a proper Donny soldier.
Did you like that song?
Hrgovic, it's a great song, man.
The biggest red flag for this matchup is completely hidden by Itauma's intimidating record. He is currently undefeated at 14-0, and he built that pristine resume by absolutely blitzing his opponents. 6 of his last 10 fights ended in the very first round. The problem is, because he destroys people so quickly, he has never actually gone past the 6th round in his entire professional career. Now he faces a man known for relentless, high-volume pressure. If Hrgovic survives the early storm and drags this 21-year-old into the deep waters of rounds 9, 10, or 11, no one has any idea if Itauma's gas tank will hold up against a battle-tested heavyweight who refuses to take a step back.
Agree or disagree?
Correct, go on.
This fight is happening a year too early for Moses Itauma.
Disagree.
Do you think Filip Hrgovic is being overlooked because of one loss?
By me?
No, generally, I guess. Public opinion.
I mean, I don't really care, to be fair.
So you'll just disagree?
Yeah, but me...
Do you overlook him from that
Do
one?
I? No, absolutely not. I think this is my toughest fight yet.
The winner of this fight becomes the most dangerous heavyweight.
No, I think the most dangerous heavyweight is Daniel Dubois.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Just, you wouldn't really want to meet him in the alleyway, would you? So I think he's the most dangerous. And if I was to ask me, like, we're gonna go on a 2v2 fight, who would you pick? I'll pick a Daniel Dubois.
Really?
Yeah.
So sad.
So that's why I would say, don't get me wrong, I would fight Daniel.
Will you?
Yeah, but I would want him to have my teammate to, do you know what I mean, to go fight someone, yeah.
Moses Itauma hasn't faced anyone who can punch back at elite level.
Do you know what? They only say this because of how good I am. Right. You know, if I would have gone into fights and I would have took a punch of Dillian White, or if I would have took a punch of, I don't know, Jermaine Franklin, or I don't know, whatever, then they wouldn't be saying this. But it's just the fact that how I'm dispatching.
Yes.
How I'm dispatching of
super
people.
Quick and easily.
Exactly. So that's why they say this. It's like.
In fact, that's a disrespectful question to all your opponents.
Of course. And
I apologise.
Nah, it's okay.
Filip Hrgovic's best days are behind him.
Absolutely not. I actually searched him up today. I wanted to see how old he was. He's only like 34. That's when most people achieve their best things at heavyweight. It's around that age. So, nah, he's not past his best. I think he's maybe either coming to or is at his best now.
Someone is getting knocked out in this fight. Agree or disagree?
Yeah, man. I agree.
Who?
I mean, hopefully just Hrgovic. No one in the crowd starts no fighting.
Nice.
I remember, I think it was I went to watch my brother box or something like that. I remember someone threw a chair at someone and like the chairs hit him on the neck and he's just on the floor. Later.
The psychological warfare has already reached a boiling point, and the tension during their recent face-off revealed a fascinating dynamic. Leading analyst Aid Oladipo broke down exactly what happened when the two men finally stood face to face. Hrgovic showed absolutely zero respect for the young Brit. He didn't just talk trash, he threatened to literally throw Itauma out of the ring and send him back to high school. This is a deliberate tactic. Hrgovic is trying to play the seasoned giant bullying the new kid on the block. The real test is whether Itauma can handle a hardened veteran actively trying to break his mental resolve before the opening bell even rings.
So the first idea is that Hrgovic told the world he isn't impressed by Moses Itauma. And the reason he gave is the exact thing Itauma can't disprove until round 1. He's never seen Moses take a real punch, never seen him in a struggle, and never seen him in a dangerous situation. So let's explore this. So he's never seen Moses Itauma in danger, but that's because up to this point, Moses Itauma has been that good. I feel that Hrgovic is displaying some Machiavellian tactics here. What he's doing, he's minimizing his opponent's achievements. And here is perhaps an anecdotal truth. In his teens, from what we've heard, Moses Itauma was beating up grown men. He was sensational in the gyms, in the boxing gyms. He has been, and I use this hip-hop figurative language, ringing bells for a very long time. So if Hrgovic genuinely believes Moses Itauma is just a hype job, then unfortunately when the bell rings, he is going to be in real trouble. However, the I'm assuming the reality is that he's trying to minimize Moses Itaama's achievements so that he can force some mistakes.
All the hand speed and explosive power in the world means nothing if the guy standing across from you simply absorbs it. Hrgovic possesses a legendary Eastern European amateur pedigree and a notoriously durable chin. His only professional loss came via doctor's stoppage from severe cuts. He was never actually knocked unconscious. This is exactly why veterans like Carl Frosch and Joseph Parker are issuing dire warnings, pointing to Hrgovic's textbook technique and warning that the young Brit might crumble under that constant pressure.
For Filip Hrgovic, got to give him some credit. He boxed really well, relaxed, probably didn't get out of second gear, and he's now being touted potentially for fighting Moses Itauma. Now that for me is a juicy fight because Filip Hrgovic is a good, solid, all-round. You know, he's a real professional boxer in the sense that he does everything correct. He's like a Queensberry rule standard. He's got that Eastern European sort of style about him where all his fundamentals are solid. Good jab, good balance, good head movement. He reads the shots well. The only loss was to Daniel Dubois. And Daniel Dubois punches hard. And he was catching Daniel Dubois. When you remember that fight, it was very close. And then Daniel Dubois ended up getting him out of there. But he punches so hard. I've seen when he hits people, I've been hit with a stun gun. So Hrgovic is... it's a force to be reckoned with, and he's certainly, I don't want to say he's a stepping stone or a test before world level, but he is. And if Moses Itauma can come through that fight against Hrgovic, that's going to answer a few questions that we need to find out about Itauma if he's being dubbed as the future of the heavyweight boxing. He's a fantastic fighter, fast hands, good combination, highly skillful. Can he take a punch? I think Hrgovic will test that chin because he can certainly punch a little bit. He's a big lump, big unit. So yeah, I will look forward to that one when that one happens. Hrgovic, Itauma. Let's get ready for that.
Derek Chisora echoed this exact sentiment, calling it a massive step up and predicting it will be a good night's work for the Croatian because Hrgovic's style is perfectly built to dismantle a young southpaw.
So Moses and Daniel are the guys to watch out for right now. They're the killers of the game.
Moses has a major step up. He hasn't fought anybody with the resume of Hrgovic or in the contender position that Hrgovic is in. Do you think that he goes through Hrgovic like he has everybody else?
No, it's going to be a hard fight, but Moses is going to dig deep and he's going to win it. Yeah. We both know how Hrgovic gets caught and how sometimes he just like drops down, like he feels sorry for himself when he gets hit. But I believe that Moses is going to come through that fight, you know, because, listen, he's a young lion. How old is he? 22, 21?
Yeah.
Exactly my point. He's just one of those guys, you know, so listen, all I'm saying is, yeah, those are the two guys right now in the division who can trouble anybody they want.
Well, those two guys, if what you say is true, are definitely on a collision course. Who do you think wins that fight if it were to happen today?
Can I be honest with you?
Please.
Money has to go on. Can I be honest? You just gave me a very tough question there, bro, because both fighters are great fighters. I will go with, God damn. I have to go with Moses.
But on the other side of the fence, the optimists believe Hrgovic's style is actually tailor-made for Itauma to look spectacular. Dillian White argues that while the Croatian is undeniably tough, he isn't a monstrous puncher, he gets caught frequently, and he notoriously struggles against agile, mobile fighters like Itauma.
Fraser's a good fighter, but he seems to be a crossroad kind of guy. He can be very good or he can be very bad. And when you think that, okay, he's making a charge and he's the man, he falls apart. He's been at that since he's an amateur. He's been at that since he's an amateur, you know. I remember watching him for AJ, and AJ just blew him out. Just literally just stomped him out. I think they fought 2 or 3 times. And AJ just stomped him out, you know. And he was doing good. So I don't know, Fraser seemed to be... One stage he was calling for me and calling my name and calling this guy and calling that guy.
Yeah, I remember.
Then he got humbled, and then now now he's just quiet. You know, so I don't know. It seems to be He's got all the marbles, but not. I don't know. Some Frazier seems like he's a good fighter, but he seems a bit soft as well. Not in a bad way. He just seems like he's soft sometimes.
Johnny Nelson doubled down on this, predicting a late stoppage or decision win for the Brit simply because Itauma is too fast, too smart, and too technically astute. Reigning heavyweight king Alexander Usyk is also completely unfazed, specifically praising Itauma's strangely calm temperament. Barry McGuigan backs this up entirely, labeling Itauma the absolute best young heavyweight he has ever seen after watching him hold his own in a legendary closed-door sparring session with Daniel Dubois.
So Johnny, we've got a huge heavyweight title fight coming up in Moses Itauma against Filip Hrgovic. Talk to me and tell me, how do you see it going?
I think Moses Itauma, too sharp, too smart, too technically astute for him, and too young. I think Hrgovic will give him a few things to think about to improve him as a fighter if he's going to be the heir apparent. So it'd be a learning lessons for him, but I think Moses Itauma beats Hrgovic. If he doesn't go to pit distance, stops him very late.
Do you see Moses getting hurt in the fight at all?
I see questions being answered, which he needs to. And every fight he has from this point onwards needs to be that case. If he wants to be a champion and stay a champion. It can't be an easy ride all the way you're going through, because eventually you're going to come up against somebody that gives you something different and makes you think about what kind of fighter you are. If you get hit, you get hurt, you get wobbled, you get put down. You want this to happen now before you become a champion, because at that time there's too much at stake, and then you're thinking, oh my goodness, this is it, it's over, this should happen to me. So I think this is a good learning fight for Moses that he can win.
If you look at the odds makers and industry insiders, they aren't treating this like a dangerous 50-50 fight at all. Vegas has surprisingly installed Itauma as a massive -700 betting favorite, leaving the Olympic medalist as a 4-1 underdog. Matchroom Boxing chairman Eddie Hearn confidently backed the 21-year-old, treating the bout almost like an early coronation.
He's a good fighter. You know, I think Hrgovic is a world-class heavyweight. Is he elite? I think he's close to it. And there was one stage I think he was really close to it, but you know, he's going to fight Itauma now. I think it's a good fight. You know, I think Moses will be much too sharp for him, but I think it's a proper challenge. I think it's Moses' first real test.
Even Dave Allen, a tough British heavyweight who actually fought and was stopped by Hrgovic, is siding with the Phenom, boldly predicting Itauma will get the veteran out of there even faster than he stopped Jermaine Franklin. And Moses himself, during a recent live broadcast, he proved Usyk right about his ice-cold temperament. He simply stated that if he sticks to the game plan, he will get Hrgovic out of there, adding that if he had to bet his house on it, he would bet on a knockout.
I kind of get nervous when it's like 10 weeks out, because I know I got something to do about it, or I have. I could change the outcome of the fight, but you know when guys might get nervous just before a fight, it's like the training's done, your camp's done, so there's nothing to worry about then.
Hrgovic is a really good opponent and a danger man of some sort. He's only been stopped and it was uncut by Daniel Dubois. Obviously the most important thing always is the win, but do you want to go and make a statement and get rid of this guy?
Do you know what? It's not really down to me, if I'll be honest. It's like, I know it sounds mad because obviously I'm in there punching, but if I go and stick to the game plan, of course I can get him out of there. So, you know, it's like you just never know, innit? Obviously, if I had to bet my house on it, I'll probably bet a knockout, but you know, you never know.
I think many will say that.
Former cruiserweight champion Tony Bellew completely agrees with Itauma's knockout prediction, but he is sounding the alarm for a terrifyingly different reason. Bellew believes Itauma will blow Hrgovic away inside 6 rounds, but his real fear is what happens immediately after. If a 21-year-old easily destroys a top-tier contender, the industry will instantly demand he fight the absolute titans of the division. Bellew is terrified that winning too easily will cause promoters to feed a kid with barely any professional rounds directly to wolves like Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, or Daniel Dubois next year.
What about Moses? Would you believe in all this hype around Moses?
Moses wouldn't go near him at the minute. I think it'd be absolutely insane to throw Moses Itauma into Usyk after not being past. Has he been past 6 yet? Has he been past 7 or 8?
I don't think yet.
If you haven't been, well, he definitely hasn't been past 8. Yeah. So would you throw a fighter into a fight with someone like him? Because his game plan would just be, I've only got to see past 6 rounds with you, kid, and I'm going to take you to a place you've never been.
And that's the media machine, getting people. If I say to everybody, I've seen you fight, I've seen him take about 20 people, then he tells somebody, all of a sudden, you've not had one fight and everybody believes you're a bad man.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that, though, because he is obviously shit hot. and very, very
Moses.
good. Yeah.
Of course he's very good.
The thing is,
but against who so far?
Yeah, that's
you know, your best
and
win.
that's a fair point.
Your best win is Jermaine Franklin.
Yeah.
Jermaine Franklin's known for the losing.
So, and that's the job as a promoter. The job as a promoter is for us to believe that you are a don.
And that's what Frank does well. You can't knock that's one thing Frank Warren does well, and no one can knock that. He builds a fighter really well, and he generates the hype train to a point where there's no going back. That's where Moses is at now.
So out of his fighters that he has now, the heavyweights, who would you say his golden goose was? Moses? Daniel?
It's Moses all day.
Okay, so do you think Moses gets through the Hrgovic fight?
Yep.
Do you think
I think he gets rid of him inside 6 rounds.
Do you think he puts him in with Daniel?
And then that's what worries me is he gets through the Hrgovic fight and he blows him away in 6 rounds, and then they throw him to the wolves.
Meanwhile, the hardcore fan community is buzzing with 2 very distinct theories on how the fight ends. One side predicts an ugly mid-round death by cuts stoppage, believing Itauma's blistering combinations will leave the easily cut Croatian a bloody mess. The other side fears a catastrophic hype crash, where Itauma completely empties his gas tank trying to knock out a man who simply will not fall.
We've not seen Moses in with a fighter of this caliber yet.
That's right. Good point.
But the thing we are, we can only go off what we've seen, and he's been perfect so far. Mm-hmm. You know, with Hrgovic, he's experienced, he's had some big nights, some big names. But what I will say is, he's never come up against anyone like Moses Itauma. And I know we can talk about he's boxed southpaws as an Olympian and this and that. We're talking a different ballgame here. This guy is different.
On the flip side, this is a great matchup for Filip Hrgovic, because he's an elite
He's got nothing to lose.
Level heavyweight, you know. And if Moses Itauma going into this one, we find out more about him. I'm with you guys. I think Itauma does the job.
You can't write Hrgovic off.
But you cannot write Hrgovic off, because we saw levels to the game when he boxed David Adelaide. We saw it when he boxed last time out against absolutely. So
Dave Allen.
Yeah, Dave Allen. So there's levels to this game, mate, and Filip Hrgovic is that test. People are talking about him just being the opponent there before he goes up Moses Itauma and wins. He's more than an opponent. He's more than an opponent.
He's absolutely more than an opponent. But the point is, he reminds me. Look, I've seen him spar with Dubois when he came into the gym, and he was so good. And he only done 3 rounds and got out, but still he looked so impressive and Dubois is such a banger, such a powerful, strong, explosive puncher. And I watched this kid and I went, wow, where the hell did he come out of? And he won the world under-19s as an amateur. He is. I'm telling you, Frank got him at the right time, because nobody heard about him, and he invested money in him and said, "This is the guy to have," and he is the best heavyweight I've seen in a long, long time. And I know Hrgovic is incredibly tough, and there's every chance that I could be eating my words. If he blows out after 6 rounds and Hrgovic is still coming on, Hrgovic could win, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think he's going to get him out and going to get him out early.
When you step back, the narrative around this fight is splitting into 2 distinct camps. You have the purists, who look at Hrgovic's impressive 20-1 record and Olympic pedigree, fully believing the veteran will drag Itauma into deep, uncomfortable waters and finally test his chin. Then you have the odds makers, promoters, and insiders, who firmly believe we are witnessing the birth of the next Mike Tyson, predicting that Itauma's sheer athleticism will effortlessly overwhelm the slower aging Croatian. And as if the stakes weren't high enough, promoter Frank Warren just revealed a massive hidden detail. The winner of this fight is already contractually locked in to defend the IBF belt against mandatory challenger Frank Sanchez this December.
Well, now, I mean, age is kind of irrelevant. Now you're at this table, right? Now you're in the elite with Filip Hrgovic. Is it a world title shot for the winner? Is that what they're going to be certainly aiming for?
Yeah, that's what will happen. I mean, if Moses comes through, that's what he wants, and that's what we want to deliver. If he can beat Filip Hrgovic, then he's ready for it.
I don't suppose you see this fight going the distance, do you, Frank?
Well, they're both big punchers, aren't they? They both punch, and we'll see. Filip starts fast, so that's going to be interesting. And I'm sure, using his experience he'll want to be taking him into the later rounds to see what Moses has got late on in the fight. And they're all obviously or in a lot of people, not in mine, but in a lot of people's, a lot of people have those question marks and want to see the answers to them. Me, I think he's capable, and it'd be interesting to see when that bell goes how Filip reacts with Moses, who's quite a fast starter and got very fast hands, good footwork. So it's going to be exciting.
There is no time to rest and no room for a tune-up. The sheer velocity of Itauma's career right now is dizzying. Are we witnessing the dawn of the next great heavyweight era? Or is modern boxing forcing its brightest star to swim with the sharks before he even learns how to float? We'd love to hear from you. Will the prodigy shatter the veteran, or will the tall building refuse to fall and drag the hype train into deep, dark waters? Let us know your predictions for the fight in the comments. That's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section. Stay tuned, and we will catch you in the next video.